chosen ones, empaths, you have to understand that the narcissist made an error. They made a mistake. They saw a greener pasture. They saw something better, inverted commas. They had the shiny object syndrome. They saw something which appeared to be a better situation than being with you. And they discarded you, or reverse discarded you. They pushed you away, and they went over to this new situation. It wasn't greener grass. It wasn't a better situation. It was astroturf, as that commenter said. It was yellow grass. It was dusty. They got over there and they realized soon enough that they'd made an awful mistake. You see, we all make mistakes in life. We all make mistakes. But the narcissist now makes some of the most stupidest mistakes. They make some of the most stupidest errors ever. One, because they're so ungrateful. They don't appreciate what they have. They're constantly on the lookout for something better. Nothing can actually satisfy a narcissist. And they got duped. They got tricked. God and the universe tricked them. Gave them an illusion. Gave them a mirage. And they fell into it. They believed they could do better than you. And now, no matter what you're seeing on social media or anything like that, they're very miserable in these new situations. And it's highly likely that they've burnt the bridge entirely between yourselves. And that means they can't get back across. I made a video earlier on, the video prior to this one, and I mentioned how a narcissist does a smear campaign. And sometimes these smear campaigns are so drastic, it burns the bridge between yourselves. It's literally like there's no way back across. But you've got to understand your worth and your value, right? So all of those that say, but maybe the narcissist is happy with me now. They've got a new supply. They're happier now. You're wrong. You're wrong because, well, if you didn't provide a potent supply, if you didn't provide love, care, attention, helping them with their life, you know, you didn't do that, then if you didn't provide the love and the care from your heart, then it's not likely you was a potent supplier. But if you loved them, you cared for them, you helped them, you're a potent supplier. And it's not that frequent we find people in this day and age that actually do love and actually do care about fellow man. This world is filled with people that want to manipulate. We're filled with snakes who want to take. It's filled with a whole bunch of savages, this world. So yes, when a narcissist stumbles upon you and you love them wholeheartedly and you gave your all and you tried to make it work and you built them up and you helped them in their dealings, in their own personal life, you know, a lot of the times we found these people, they weren't in the best way. And we helped them through our empathy. We helped them become who they even are today. We actually built them up. And they got such an inflated sense of self, they began to look down at us. They didn't appreciate what we done for them. They still thought we neglected them. You know, when our supply started to wither away, you know, because we naturally got drained through the course of the relationship. But they're never going to find someone who loves wholeheartedly like you again. It's very rare. A lot of you fall victim to believing their social medias. You see, the narcissist was obsessed with you. And this is the difference. They might find someone again who loves them, right? But the difference with you is you as an empath. And the narcissist was obsessed with you all the way through the relationship, during the smear campaign, during the devaluation, during the discard. The narcissist had an obsession. And yes, this obsession changed from love bombing to devaluation to discarding you. But it was still an obsession nonetheless. They had an obsession. And yes, at the beginning it was an obsession of love bombing. And it later turned into an obsession of destroying you. But now they're left with, after the destroying you failed, you're still breathing, you're still walking, you're still talking. You're moving on with your life. You know, you're still smiling on some days. The narcissist didn't destroy you, they failed. So this is another thing which grates on them, is because you're still okay, right? You didn't commit suicide over them. And now they're with their dusty new supply. And they realize everything of value that you gave them. They realize how precious you were. A lot of us have had these hoovers. We've had these hoovers. Some of us have overlooked what a hoover even is. A hoover isn't, I love you, I want you back. A hoover is anything from hi, how are you, to anything. To anything. To them even starting an argument. That can even be a hoover. You know, them cussing you out. Like anything to spark a reaction from you. A hoover is a checking of a temperament. It's a temperament checker to check where you're at in your journey of recovery. And they work this out by your response. They gauge it on your response. The response you give them to this hoover is how they gauge how much you've healed or not. But look, you've got to understand that you're a grade A supply. You're a potent supply. And they're not finding you again wherever they look. I've made videos on how the narcissist looks for you and other people. I've spoke about this subject. You know, if the narcissist will try and transform a dusty supply into you, which isn't going to happen. It's impossible. You're unique. There's only one you. They're not going to be able to transform this dusty supply into you, no way. But the narcissist will attempt to. Because where do they go from this move that they made? This silly move, this stupid mistake that they made. They have to live with this stupid mistake for the rest of their days that they've done this. Right? I've had my hoovers. I've experienced the hoovers. And I know that the narcissist regrets everything that they done. You know, for a moment they was probably happy, enjoying life, thinking I'm broken. When you're broken and hurt and miserable and upset and sad, they're enjoying it. They love it. But the moment you start piecing your life back together and getting back on top, you'll hear from them. It's like they almost can sense it. Right? So just put your inner work into healing. The narcissist is never going to find you again. I need you to know your worth. You need to know your worth and your value to understand what I'm saying. And I know your worth and your value has been you have been devalued through the process of being with them. And that's why you need to do the inner work and the inner healing to really realize who you are and the stamp you bring to this world and what you offer to this world. You offer a lot. You're an empath. You're a chosen one. You have a lot of potential still ahead of you. You've got a lot of potential to go where you're going. But you also have a lot of potential at this current moment, right? You have a lot of worth and a lot of value. And no one tells you that. No, these lot never told you that. These lot never made you realize what you was. And I should do a video on that topic. But just realize your value and your worth, okay? And focus on your healing. And understand that the narcissist is never going to find someone like you again. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, a spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.